In the course of last week, like I earlier said, Union Bank completed the takeover, and of course, they also effected changes in board structure. The major shareholders of Union Bank is now Union Global Partners Limited. The former majority shareholders, Union Global Partners Limited, Atlas Mara Limited, eventually took a final bow out. Today, 93.41% of shares of Union Bank is now being held by the TGI Group. Mudassir Amri is now the new Chief Executive Officer, effective 2nd June 2022. Farouk Mohammed Gumel, who is actually the owner of TGI Group, is the new chairman. I would have expected the managing director or the chairman of Titan Trust Bank, which is the one that we know, Tunde Lemon. He was the former managing director of Wema Bank. He was, at the time, deputy director with the CBN. That was who I was expecting to emerge as the new chairman of Union Bank. But that is not to be. It's a case for another day. Now, with just 6.6% shares in the hands of Nigerian investors, all right, the new managing director is not a Nigerian. The new chairman is not a Nigerian. Are you sure this bank with 93.41% resting in the hands of one single majority shareholder, are you sure that we are not going to be bidding Union Bank bye-bye on the NGX?
It depends on the dreams and the aspiration and the business focus of the new owners. If they own 93.41% of the share on the floor of the NGX, I think it has nothing to do with whether the Union Bank will still continue to be listed. But if it's their wish to delist it, I think what they are going to pay back will be lean. The other percentage that's remaining will be lean. But the question is, why would they want to delist? Would they want to have access to what the listing on the NGS can give to the company by way of raising maybe fund for investment? And if they decide tomorrow, well, good or fine, but that is just my thinking. Why would they want to delist?
Let us look at two possible scenarios. Number one, let us assume they are not going to delist. What do you see happening to Union Bank going forward on an assumption that TGI Group will remain and then they will not delist? What do you think will happen to the stock?
One, the possibility of a well-managed price will be there because there will be no volume to be played around in the market. That is if the NGX so agree, because there's supposed to be a volume that's that's supposed to be trading in the market. The only thing is that there will be a price, a stable price as far as the Union Bank on the NGX is concerned. And secondly, I can't really say that the board and the management are going to do fantastically, because from what we have seen, Titan Bank is just like 2 or 3 years old in the country, so the antecedent is not known. But I know that by the time we begin to see if they remain on the exchange and begin to see their quarterly result, the market will begin to find out what direction are they going to. Are they stagnant in operations? Are they growing? Then if they are growing, the market will come and begin to appreciate their efforts.
That is the first scenario. That is on an assumption that they will not be delisted. What you have said actually made sense to me. We have not seen their track records. Now, Farouk Mohammed Gumel is not a notable banker. And incidentally, he was not also the chairman of the Titan Bank that he established. All right? When they were establishing Titan Trust Bank, they brought a Nigerian, they brought a banker, they brought an experienced banker, they brought somebody that knows the terrain here. You are coming to take over a larger bank, yet you are not coming in with the fellow. I need to still go through the profile of all the board members of the new Union Bank. Maybe we'll still have to revisit this largely. Because, again, you don't bring strangers to begin to run a bank in a country like Nigeria where competition can kill. All right? Now, what do they want to do? Is it the money from the TGI group alone that they want to keep in there? What do they want to do? Titan Trust Bank is a Lilliputian in the industry, but they've got money to buy a bank that was big, strong, and reliable. Okay? But again, they want to compete with Zenith, for goodness sake. They want to compete with Access. Oh, for crying out loud. And you are not bringing in as the chairman somebody that is a bulldozer, a go-getter. You are bringing in an industrialist, someone that really does not have an experience in such regard. You are not looking for a high-profile Nigerian banker. All right? And you are not bringing them in as the new managing director. You are bringing in somebody that has just 2 years experience managing a small bank. And you want to manage the bank of this magnitude? Okay, the second scenario is that maybe they decide ultimately to for the month of May, we look